Okay, this is going to be another quick little video on how to build a Texas flag out of some pallet wood. It's going to have a kind of a rustic look to it. Um, I'm not from Texas, but I have a neighbor that is, and he asked me to build him this flag. So I figured to make a quick little video while I was doing it. You can see that I've just selected 4 pallet slats here. I'm going to use some wider slats for the top and bottom, and then the narrow slats will be on the inside. And I just printed off a star I got off of Google Images, and I'm just going to measure up the star and then make my first cuts. Okay, I've decided that I'm going to cut this so that the lone star is its own section. That way I can just paint all that blue, and then I can paint the 2 bottom slats will be red and the 2 top ones will be white. I just kind of cut everything into its own section. I want the star to be from a different pallet slat, so I've selected another thicker pallet slat, and I'm just going to use some spray adhesive. I'm going to glue the star down to this pallet slat here, and then I'll go to my bandsaw and I'll cut this star out. So I really like the method of using the paper to glue to the wood and use it as an outline, but a lot of times the paper will stick to the wood pretty good here. So I just use a heat gun and just go over it a couple times, and then it will just peel right up. Okay, so now that I have the star cut out, I'm just going to center it up on the pallet wood again, and then I'm going to trace the edges of it so that now I will go back to my bandsaw and I will cut the outline of the star out of those pallet wood so that it will fit in nicely. Okay, I finished all my cuts. Now I'm just going to put it back together, kind of a little miniature puzzle here. You can see it's split on me in a couple places, but that's kind of the nature of using pallet wood. That happens quite a bit. Just keep all your pieces and you can glue them back no problem. So. Okay, I'm in the home stretch now. All I'm going to do is paint what's supposed to be red, and then I'll come back through and paint. The top 2 slats will be white, and then of course the outline of the star is blue, and then the star itself is white. So I'm using actual wood stain. It's colored wood stain. This isn't paint. I just went to my local big box store, and you go into the wood stain section, and you'll see there's a couple different colors you can choose. I like to use the wood stain when I'm making different rustic type palette projects and wood projects. Another thing I want to mention about painting on this wood stain is the request was for a rustic flag. So I'm just kind of lightly throwing this wood stain on, and I'm letting my brush kind of glide over a lot of the original saw cuts and things like that on it. So a lot of areas will still be bare. You definitely don't want complete coverage when you're trying to create a rustic look. You'll see at the end how it looks. All right, the paint's dry now, but I did have that one split in the wood that I had from earlier, so I'm going to glue that up now, and then I'll have to wait till that dries up before I tack it all together. Okay, what I like to do to secure the flag is to just cut a piece of 1/4-inch plywood to size, and then I just tack the flag to the 1/4-inch plywood. So in order to do this, you can see I'm just going to kind of flip the flag over so that it's face down, and then I'll come back through and put that 1/4-inch plywood on top. Just like everything else you do when you're using wood, always back it up with wood glue. Then I'm going to come through, drop my 1/4-inch sheet of plywood here on there. I've got some 5/8 brad nails. I'm going to use these just to secure the 1/4" plywood until that glue can set and hold it. So just going to drop a few of these, and then that pretty much does it. Okay, there's our finished product. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is a very easy build. I used a bandsaw, but you could use a jigsaw to cut the star out. That's probably the most technical part. The other cuts were all straight cuts you can use with the same jigsaw or a miter saw, handsaw, whatever. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.